Turkish Rom to throw first. Game on.
Meulenkamp won the ball and will get us underway in this one. Yeah, good win for him yesterday, Dan, as you just mentioned. Most people that we spoke to fancied, as you did, Jeffrey de Graaf, to set up a second round clash with the Wizard, but not to be. Who got the bomb instead.
58.
Yeah, and it's before this year, he'd played a couple of European Tour events and gone out and ran one of both of them. But this year, he's made another couple and won his first game on the European Tour. Beat Joe Cullen last time out, which is a great win because Joe Cullen's playing some really, really strong darts at the minute. And then obviously he's going to beat Jeffrey de Graaf. So that's a couple of scalps there for Ron.
Yeah, this would be the next kind of step, wouldn't it, for him to beat a seeded player and move into last 16 for the first time.
Well, he's only made one last 16 in Pro Tour events, so you know it is a significant step for him if he can
140.
Go on and do that here, getting into the final day of action.
Whitlock, a man who lives in the last 16 and latter stages of Pro Tour events and major tournaments in his career. This year his form is not what it was a few years ago, but even this year he's made 7 quarterfinals at least, 1 semi.
Yeah, and when you... The problem is, you know, people will look at Simon Whitlock as he smacks in the first maximum. And they'll compare him to where he was individually. Whereas if you compare him to a number of other players, you know, well, actually, he's still a very, very dangerous
43. Simon, you require 81.
Not saying form is temporary, class is permanent. And Whitlock is a classy, classy dart player. It's going to be a classy, classy 11 darter. A 12 darter will do.
He's shown the first leg.
12 dart, break of throw. 81 checked out on double 6. And this is what Simon Whitlock is capable of.
Well, I didn't want to jinx that 81 finish, but I passed Simon Whitlock in the corridor about 15 minutes ago, just after he'd done the ball for this match. I said, did you win the ball? He said, no, but it's all right, I'll break him in the first leg.
100.
So, game plan executed perfectly. Or at least the first part of it, anyway.
Yes. Yes, well, Ron Meulenkamp was 2-1 down to Jeffrey de Graaf in the last round, and then he ended up winning it 6-3. So Whitlock, I think, is going to have a game on here. He is undoubtedly the favourite, but it is by no means a done deal.
He does seem to be a firm fan's favourite in Europe, Simon Whitlock.
Well, I mean, it's they love a mullet. What's they love a mullet? As Ron Meulenkamp hits back with a 180 of his own.
Simon Whitlock in the background there was geeing up the crowd, orchestrating the crowd, and he turned around and saw 2 darts in the treble and kind of looked shocked at Meulenkamp's assault on him there.
40.
Look at this. Look at this from Ron Meulenkamp. Back-to-back maximums, and he could be about to fire in a 11 or 12 darter of his own to break straight back.
Yeah, incredibly high-quality start to this match as Whitlock
145.
uses the middle of the board to set up 57 for himself, but Ron for 41 wants double top. Needs to come a long way south.
21.
Too far.
Simon, you require
can double his
57.
lead with a 14 or 15 dart finish to mop up this 57.
Tops for 2-0. Great marker. I'm not sure why he uses the step there. It looks
Ron, you
to
require
just follow
20.
it, but you can never quite tell from our camera angles. It's always dependent on what they're looking at.
We couldn't see where the flight was in relation to the dart, so maybe that was just blocking it. But Meulenkamp looking to use that marker. Maybe awkward again there. Oh no, he's hit it perfectly.
Game shot on the second leg. Ron Meulenkamp.
2 breaks of throw to get us underway.
Game on.
Both inside 15 darts. High quality start to this contest.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yeah, we've mentioned a few times Simon Whitlock's stepping ways.
Like any Kamosi.
Yeah.
Hot step.
But it is to do more with
96.
the lie of the flight sometimes than the dart itself. Obviously felt it obscured the target on that visit, but he missed the shot of the double and allowed Meulenkamp to break back immediately.
Ron Meulenkamp, that's his third maximum already.
Yeah, Whitlock did get the break across straight away, but he's not his own way since then at all. He's looking for another one here, Ron.
Back to back again? Oof, very nearly.
140.
Oh, some going from Ron Meulenkamp, having been broken in 12 darts by Simon Whitlock in the opening leg.
60. Ron Meulenkamp, 140.
3 180s. Looking at 140 here for a 12 darter, and it might well go, you know. Well, just another 20 will leave him tops.
100.
Well out the way of those first 2 darts. Don't want to bust that one, but he'll come back with 3 darts in his hand, looking at double top, and Simon Whitlock is some way back.
70. Ron Meulenkamp, 40.
No luck on double top so far for Ron Meulenkamp.
Yeah,
The double 10's working well enough for him.
Meulenkamp, following his Simon at the first. Game on.
Yeah, first hold of throw in the match, so Meulenkamp has the lead now.
128.
There we see the angle of Meulenkamp's darts. It kind of
40.
maybe he should have switched there.
It is a strange one, Ron Meulenkamp's throw. I'll just see if Whitlock can find a maximum here. He might well do. He's going to step across, and there you go. And Simon Whitlock's playing well. You just see those points grouped together so tightly.
Yeah, 5 180s in this match already. 3.5 legs in.
140.
Yeah, our co-commentator Paul Nicholson was pointing out, I was unaware of this, Ron had actually rebuilt his throw essentially from scratch because he felt that it would help him become a better player. Jelle Klaassen has done very much the same thing.
Yeah, Menso Suljevic.
Well, yeah.
Another.
But it's a strange one with Ron because it seems that he sort of points the
140.
looks like
Simon
his wrist
93.
in the throwing action, and his darts point over to the right-hand side on a regular basis.
53.
But look, the man's thrown 3 180s in the first 3.5 legs here, and if he can put a big score in here, he's going to pressure Simon Whitlock on this double top.
How big will it be? That's 120 already. 61 left. May look at 25. May move even further down. Yeah, went for the treble 7.
Simon Whitlock 40.
So Whitlock for top to restore parity. And he
He's
pins
on the
it
fourth
dead
leg.
centre.
Simon Whitlock. Fifth leg is from the first. Game on.
13 dart leg, 2-2. Both players playing very, very well. That's unlucky.
21.
Yeah, that is unlucky. And that will drag his average down. I mean, he's in the mid-90s, Ron Meulenkamp. Whitlock at the moment averaging just over 100, and that'll push it up a bit.
140.
We get a frenetic chorus of stand up if you love the darts from the Austrian crowd here in Vienna. It's a bit livelier today than it was yesterday afternoon, and it's only going to get livelier this evening with the likes of Phil the Power Taylor, Michael van Gerwen, and of course Mensur Suljevic, Austria's #1 on the way.
Yeah, he's the man they've all come to see this weekend. The gentle.
Yeah. 12 and a 13 darter for Whitlock, couple of 15s. Ron Meulenkamp looking for a 4th maximum, and that is it.
Yeah, the winner of this one plays Michael Smith or Mark Frost in the next round, and they're in the same quarter
97.
that Robert Thornton's
Ron
already been
Newcomb,
eliminated from. So
160.
opening up for somebody.
Yeah, Ian White in that quarter as well. So
100.
that'll do for Meulenkamp. Could get 2 darts for a 3-2 lead.
Any pressure? Not really.
94.
That helps a
Ron
little bit.
Uruguay 60.
Sets of 110, but Meulenkamp looking at 20. Needs to go above it and below that one.
40.
You could just
Simon
see from the camera
Uruguay,
angle the flight just
110.
making it a little bit more difficult. Now Whitlock may get a dart at double. He needs to hit a treble first though. Nah, not going to happen, so Meulenkamp
50.
free
Ron
clear
Uruguay
darts
20.
to edge ahead once more.
Well, he's hit double 10 on his previous 2 legs that he's won. He misses inside, double 5. Last dart in hand.
10 scored.
Chance.
Simon Uruguay 60.
Yeah, he's left a window open and Simon Whitlock's got his ladder up there now. Trying to sneak in. Now that is a bit of a blocker, but he steps across
Game shot on the 5th leg. Simon
and shows how
Whitlock.
it's done. Simon Whitlock
6 leg and Simon
breaking
in
the
third
Meulenkamp
first.
throw.
Game on.
Now this time, can he protect it? Yeah, you can see Meulenkamp in the background shaking his head there. He feels the score should be flipped on its head.
60.
But a big difference is the doubling between these 2 players. Whitlock successful half the time.
60.
Meulenkamp not even a quarter.
Yeah, he's hit double 10 a couple of times, but not hitting anything else, Ron Meulenkamp, when it comes to the end of the legs. You can
59.
see the scoring from Ron Meulenkamp is very, pretty good. 4 180s, 110 average for his first 9 darts, but it is 20 points shy of that overall because he's only 2 out of 13 on his doubles.
140.
Every leg's been competitive.
80.
And Meulenkamp has snatched the darts away from Whitlock in this one. But
41.
that doesn't really help. Whitlock looking to snatch them back.
Just a anguished cry from Ron Meulenkamp. That previous visit.
42.
Oh, level pegging in this leg, but Meulenkamp. That's better. When he's getting the first one in, he's
140.
invariably following it with another, and often another 2, but that's left him 120.
Yeah, Whitlock will want to at least repeat that score. That's exactly what he does.
140. Ron Uruguay
Well, Meulenkamp.
120.
420s for tops. Great dart. Getting well out the way of it. Now, can he pick a way through there to double top?
100.
No, he cannot.
Simon Uruguay
Wait for hitting a
120.
double of any other
Right
variety than double 10 goes on.
Simon Whitlock, same equation. Gets a dart at tops. Deciding which way to manoeuvre his way around them. Can he pin the target that Meulenkamp couldn't?
80.
No.
Ron Uruguay 20.
Double 10, it's the only one he's hitting, Ron. Don't miss inside. There it
Game shot on the
is.
6th leg.
The third leg one on
Seven
double
leg is Ron
10 for Ron
first.
Meulenkamp.
Game
It is a
on.
break back. It's 3 apiece. And there is very little between these 2. And if Ron Meulenkamp knows what's good for him, he'll just keep leaving double 10.
Yeah, well, it's impressive that both times Whitlock has broke his throw, he's hit back immediately.
60.
There we see the double stats. Simon Whitlock more proficient in that department. But the one score that matters is the legs one column, and they've both shared
96.
the 6 that we've had so far.
7 darts at double top. He's not hit a single one. Not a great deal in the averages now. Not a great deal
100.
between these two in any regard. 3-3 in the race to 6. Either Michael Smith or Frosty the Throwman.
63.
Those two are the final game of this evening's session, so it's a long wait for whoever comes through this to find out who they're facing.
That's a difficult dart to get over. I think he's managed it though.
60.
Oh, no, well, he did get over it, but he didn't find the treble 20 bed. And Whitlock in his step. He does. Maybe he should switch. He does.
94.
Could be an important last dart, but we'll see what Meulenkamp can respond with.
Only got his tour card this year on Meulenkamp, and he only managed to get on points, so he wasn't one of the
97.
outright qualifiers on each of the 4 days of action.
Yeah, nickname the bomb. I quite prefer the mule, to be honest, for Ron Meulenkamp.
100.
We've got a ferret in the tournament.
We have got a ferret in the tournament. Do we know why he's called the bomb?
Not quite sure. If he gets through, we'll have to ask him. But these darts are the bomb.
136. Sam, you require 148.
The 48 Meulenkamp, 148 Whitlock, and he's threatening it. Disappointment on the face of Simon Whitlock, and Meulenkamp will come back to 48 to move ahead.
Tops. 7 darts at it. He's not hit it yet. 1 out of 8 now, though, and Ron Meulenkamp goes into the lead at 4-3.
Game on.
Well, yesterday we said we quite fancied De Graaf against Meulenkamp. Today we would have probably
83
with Simon Whitlock, but
Hey,
Meulenkamp is 2 legs away from victory.
Ron will be delighted I keep tipping up his opponents because he keeps proving me wrong. Oh, look at this.
140.
Just missing out on a 5th maximum, Meulenkamp.
Yeah, if he could nick this leg, it would be a
96.
real tough task for Simon Whitlock to turn this around.
Yeah, and the cheer, oh my word. A savage yank into the 5, that one.
He looked a little bit shocked himself, not a clue what happened there, but he soon corrected it. And how?
125.
That is a great, just taking a moment, composing himself, adjusting. And the crowd, who at the start of this game were really giving Simon Whitlock some
100.
loud support, they've just calmed down a little bit now. Ron Meulenkamp kind of diffused the situation.
And he's hit an explosion of 180s as well today. 5 now from Ron Meulenkamp. This is a very, very impressive performance from the youngster.
96.
Well,
Ron
he finally
Meulenkamp,
hit
56.
tops at the 8th time of asking in the last leg. Can he make it 2 out of 9? He can, and he has, and he's 5-3 up and 1 leg away from the last 16. It would only be his 2nd appearance in the last 16 of a PDC ranking tournament.
Yep, 11 dart leg as well, that one.
100.
And Whitlock, he's in a spot of bother. Now, how do you get out of a spot of bother like that? Maybe with darts like that.
Entertaining game of darts this is. Both guys averaging in the 90s. We've had 8 180s between them. Meulenkamp with 5 of them.
100.
Can Whitlock follow it up? He may need to.
Well, we saw Nigel Hayden come back from this position to beat Robert Thornton earlier
60.
today.
that. 95 plays 94. Ron Meulenkamp, 107. Just shading that first 9 averages. That's by virtue of the 5 maximums that he's hit.
60.
Just the 60.
Yeah, that's a rare visit without a treble.
And you see, couple of legs won in 4 visits to the board. That's the 12 and 11 darter.
57.
2 15s and a 13. That's 5 visits, and then the other 3 all in 17 darts. 6 visits to the board. So that is tidy stuff from these 2.
One more treble puts him very handy.
140.
101 left for Ron Meulenkamp to knock Simon Whitlock out, who looks to apply the pressure. And does with a brilliant maximum.
Ron Meulenkamp, 101.
Meulenkamp, 101. Oh, what a dart that is. Oh, he's missed a big number. How can you hit the bullseye and then not hit the 11?
Incredible, incredible scenes here. As Meulenkamp on the brink of victory, now will not get a dart in the double, having done the hardest bit, hitting the smallest target he needed in that equation. And Whitlock will get a chance to break when he comes back for double 12.
81. Simon, you require 24.
To stay alive in the Austrian Darts Open. Whitlock, double 6. Last dart, Whitlock misses.
Ron, you require
And the
20.
former European champion may be about to be dumped out at the earliest opportunity by Ron the Bomb Meulenkamp. In the space of an hour, we've seen the Grand Prix champion Robert Thornton dumped out. Now former European champion Simon Whitlock goes out as well. Ron Meulenkamp into the last 16 of a BBC ranking tournament, because it's the 2nd time ever, first time he's done it on the European Tour. He'll face either Mark Cross or Michael Smith. We have got 2 more games for you this afternoon. Chris Dobie against Kim Hybrex will round things off. But come up for you now.